You overthink because your brain thinks it's protecting you. That's the part almost nobody tells you. Every embarrassing memory, every imaginary argument, every conversation you replay at 2 in the morning, your brain isn't trying to make you miserable. It's trying to keep you alive. The strange part is that it was built for a world that no longer exists. If your ancestors heard something move in the grass, they had two choices: ignore it or assume the worst. If they ignored a predator, they died. If they mistook the wind for danger, they lost a few seconds. Evolution didn't reward accuracy. It rewarded caution. So your brain inherited a simple rule. When in doubt, imagine the worst. That rule kept humans alive for hundreds of thousands of years. Today, it's why your mind can turn one unanswered text into an entire disaster movie. The predator changed. Your brain didn't. Psychologist Daniel Kahneman argued that your mind is constantly making predictions, rather than simply reacting to reality. Waiting for certainty was often too dangerous, so your brain learned to guess first and verify later. Usually, that's incredibly useful. You catch a falling glass before it hits the floor. You finish someone's sentence. You brake before you consciously realize the car ahead has slowed. Prediction is one of your brain's greatest strengths, but it has a cost. The brain doesn't just predict physical danger, it predicts social danger too. A delayed reply, a strange look, a meeting with your boss, a presentation next week. Suddenly your mind starts writing stories. Maybe they're upset. Maybe you sounded stupid. Maybe everything is about to go wrong. Have you noticed something? The stories always feel believable. That's because your brain hates uncertainty more than almost anything else. Not because uncertainty is uncomfortable, because for most of human history, uncertainty could get you killed. Neuroscientist Carl Friston proposed the free energy principle, which suggests your brain is constantly trying to reduce uncertainty by building a model of what happens next. When information is missing, your brain fills in the blanks, not with facts, with possibilities. And unfortunately, negative possibilities are usually the loudest. Imagine hearing footsteps behind you at night. Your heart speeds up before you know who it is. Your body prepares first. Logic arrives later. Overthinking works the same way. Your nervous system reacts to a possibility as though it's already happening. Your heart races, your muscles tense, your breathing changes. Nothing has happened, but your body is preparing anyway. Then your brain notices those physical feelings. If I'm this anxious, it thinks, there must be something to worry about. So it creates another thought. And another. A loop begins. The strange thing is that the loop feels productive. It feels like you're solving a problem. But are you? Psychologist Susan Nolan Hoeksema spent years studying rumination, the habit of repeatedly thinking about problems without moving toward action. Her research showed that this endless mental replay usually makes anxiety worse instead of producing better solutions. Think of a rocking chair. You're moving constantly, but you're not going anywhere. That's overthinking. Motion without progress. Your brain confuses activity with safety. It believes that if it keeps searching long enough, it'll eventually find the perfect answer. Sometimes there isn't one. Modern life makes this much worse. Your ancestors worried about today's food, today's weather, today's danger. Your brain evolved to solve immediate problems. Now it can worry about next year before breakfast. You can replay a conversation from 5 years ago while standing in line for coffee. You can imagine a future that never arrives. Evolution gave you imagination. Modern life removed its limits. Then came the internet. For almost all of human history, your ancestors compared themselves with a small tribe. Now you compare yourself with thousands of people every day. Their careers, their relationships, their vacations, their achievements. Your brain doesn't naturally understand that you're seeing carefully edited highlights. It compares anyway. Comparison once helped people survive. Now it often creates anxiety instead. Then night arrives. Everything gets quiet. Many people think nighttime creates overthinking. It doesn't. Night simply removes the distractions that were covering it up. Now you can hear your own mind. And your brain gets to work. One unfinished conversation becomes 10. One future problem becomes 20. Psychologists call part of this the Zeigarnik effect. Unfinished tasks and unresolved situations stay active in your memory far longer than completed ones. Your brain loves unfinished stories. Modern life is full of them. Unread messages, open tabs, missed calls, breaking news, infinite scrolling. Your prediction machine never gets to clock out. So what's the solution? Most people try to force their thoughts away. That rarely works. Try this. Don't think about a white bear. Seriously. Don't picture one. You probably just did. Psychologist Daniel Wegner demonstrated that trying to suppress a thought often makes it return even more strongly. Your brain has to keep checking whether the thought is gone. To check, it has to think about it again. The trap closes. This is why fighting your thoughts often feeds them. The goal isn't to stop thinking. The goal is to stop treating every thought like an emergency. Imagine standing beside a busy road. Cars pass every few seconds. You don't chase every car. You don't memorize every license plate. You simply let them pass. Thoughts can be the same. Some deserve your attention. Most don't. Meditation isn't about having an empty mind. It's about noticing thoughts without automatically climbing inside them. Neuroscientist Richard Davidson has found that attention can be trained. The more you practice returning your focus, the less control every passing thought has over you. That doesn't mean the thoughts disappear. It means they stop driving. Here's the twist. The same brain that creates anxiety is also responsible for imagination. Every invention, every piece of art, every scientific breakthrough. The ability to simulate the future built civilization. The problem isn't that your brain imagines. The problem is that it struggles to tell the difference between useful simulations and useless ones. It rehearses conversations that will never happen. It predicts disasters that never arrive. It relives moments nobody else even remembers. The machine isn't broken. It's simply doing the job evolution gave it. The world changed much faster than your brain could. Your ancestors searched the horizon for lions. Your brain now searches your inbox for threats. It's the same survival system, just pointed at a different target. And that changes how you see overthinking. Instead of asking, "What's wrong with me?" you start asking, "What is my brain trying to protect me from?" That single question changes everything. Because once you understand that overthinking isn't your enemy, you stop fighting it. And that's where it begins to lose its power. The next time your mind starts replaying that awkward conversation, remember this. Your brain isn't trying to ruin your evening. It's running ancient software in a modern world. It learned that imagining danger kept your ancestors alive. Now you get to teach it something evolution never could. Not every thought deserves your attention. Not every possibility deserves your fear. And not every alarm means there's actually a fire.